Well, guys, we've made it back out to the U.S. Navy Marina. That's right, because we just got in a new ship that we can officially use on the big water. So today we're going to be checking it out, doing some extensive testing, making sure it holds up to the Navy protocol. You can see it right over there. Up on our left side, we've got the aircraft carrier right now. It's all docked at port, and then we've got the small naval ship, but this thing is actually 155 feet long, so it's still a pretty good size. Let's go check this thing out. It's got a lot of sweet stuff on it. We've got a lot of work, though, to do before we can head out to sea. We've got to load up some jet skis, some tenders, and some other stuff, so I got to find a way on here. I think the best way to do this, we got to bring the truck around and jump on, because we still need to get a boarding ladder for this ship, and then it'll be good. So what we're going to do for now is we're going to park the Humvee up right here, and then we're going to jump on the ship, but we need a head start. 3, 2, 1, send it. All right, we made it on. So as you can see, we got a couple of cranes here. So this is going to be used to haul up the dinghies and jet skis that are going to go on the sides. We get the obviously the rescue tenders, also the helicopter landing pad, but I think you can turn this into a basketball court. I've seen some stuff. It's got straps right here for the airplane or whatever else you're landing here. I doubt you'd be landing an airplane there, but let's move towards the front of the ship here. Nice walkways on the side, so this is good. That way you won't fall off. We move to the front of the ship. We've got the dual anchor system. Check this out. These are pretty good size anchors, so if we ever had an emergency, we could anchor, or if we're just hanging off the coast. Pretty sweet. You got also 3 dock lines here. These things go out the side through there, and that's how we tie up. And now these are pretty cool. These are deployable life rafts, so if we can't have enough time to get the tenders in the water, we'll be able to open one of these. It explodes into a giant 10-person raft, and you can probably guess what this is. This is our defense system. This is the mounted turret on the upper deck. This thing is a 360 rotation. It actually goes up and down, so anything in the sky can pretty much eliminate. And by eliminate, it just means that it will take it out of the sky very quickly. So we're going to move up to the bridge, and then we'll check it out. So bridge deck is nothing special. As you can see, we got the windshield right there, and then we can drive it from inside. And then this is the top. This is all the way where the radars are. We've got 1, 2, 3. I think we might actually have 4 somewhere. Okay, we just got 3, but that's a giant one. We can scan for like 100 miles or something, a very far distance. We've got sonar. We've got floor night vision. We've got an air horn. It's pretty sweet. Not the loudest, but it works out good. And then we get the brightest LEDs on the planet, and I'm going to show you why. So that's the tour of the new U.S. Navy ship. What we're going to do is we're going to load up a helicopter, a rescue tender, and 2 jet skis. That's what we're going to need in order to complete this ship and have it all ready and suited out to go out to battle there. Because, you know, we have to have some sort of tender to move to land. We can't be driving this thing into every port we go to. As you can see in the back, most important part here, we have got a boat garage. That gate lifts up. The boat can drive in, and it docks in there. It's pretty cool. It's like a marina inside of our naval ship. So pretty sweet. We can jump down, check that out. Here we go. That was a far jump, but we landed it. But right through here, you drive the boat. There's a little bit of water floating through, so that's pretty cool. That's where one of our life tenders is going to go. Let's head on over to the Humvee, and we're going to drive it over. We're going to go pick up some stuff. We're going to order some stuff. Like I said, we got to customize ourselves some Navy jet skis, Navy tender, and also the naval helicopter, which is going to be landing on the aft deck there. So it's going to be pretty cool. Let's go get customizing. All right, the first one we're going to buy is the Black Hawk helicopter, the US-60 Navy. This thing is pretty nice. It's got very quiet speeds, you could say. It moves about 130 miles an hour. It's quiet, and you don't have to let your enemies know you're on the way. This thing's good for going into the battlegrounds, also pick up, drop off type of stuff, but also it's cool. It's a Black Hawk. So we're going to buy this thing, but the 120,000, that's just the delivery fee to get it to us. Now, this thing was about $3.6 million, so it's pretty crazy, but now let's move on over. We're going to customize some tenders for the naval ship. Of course, we need to have the navy blue here. Check this out. We get the Naval Defender Tender. That's what we're going to call it, the Defender Tender. Very cool. We got one, and then we're going to go find some jet skis here. I don't think we need a train boat. Let me know. This is called the Diesel Locomotive. That's pretty funny. The jet skis. Okay, very cool. So now we found it. We're going to go with the white hull and then the blue accents on this, and then including the brim. So, you can make it a dirty jet ski if you want, but we're going to keep it new just like that. We got the blue on the front, which should be good. We bought 2 of these, so let's go pick them up. Check it out. Everything's been delivered. There it is, the Defender Tender, and we've also got the Black Hawk helicopter on the other side there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the boats launched in. We've got a ramp right down by the naval ship to launch these things. Conveniently, my Humvee's got a trailer hitch too, so if it can tow it. Oh my gosh. This thing's like a 45-foot tender, so this thing is giant, but the Humvee's pulling it. It's just struggling on the turns here, so as long as we get it cranked around, we'll be ready to roll here. But then we get the 2 jet skis loaded up on some trailers too, so we'll dump those in the water and then load them up onto the ship, and we'll be heading out to sea. We're going to go explore a little bit, do some speed testing, and see how it handles the chop. What I can't understand here is the size difference compared to the aircraft carrier to the naval ship. That thing looks like it could be the tender for the aircraft carrier. It's pretty crazy, the size difference. difference. But anyhow, we've got our ramp here. Let's drive on down. Oh, okay. All right, we got the adjustment there. So now we're going to back it in down by the ramp. We should load it up pretty easily. I think it's actually just going to drive right in the back. It should fit just about perfectly. So let's go ahead and launch this thing. Look at the clearance on the antennas. That's about an inch there. It actually worked out perfectly. So let's swing it around. We'll back it into the launch. The launch is pretty creepy here at the Naval Marina because it's all dark, but it's underground too. But I guess that's how they had to do it because they got to have enough space to dock all of the naval ships. And it worked out. Let's go back this thing in the water. Oh, it's got a pretty good drop off there. All right, let's fire it up. Oh, we got lights on this thing too. Let's back it off the trailer. There we go. Check it out. We're moving, boys. We got lights on this thing as well, but we're going to drive it around, load it into the back. I think the width should be good. We're going to open up the garage in the back of the ship, and then we'll load it on and we'll be ready to roll. But this thing's nice to have because it's fast. That is probably about 20-mile-per-hour cruise. This one can cruise at like 50. So, all right, let's drive around. Looks good. Yeah, that ain't going to work. We're going to have to load it up on the side deck, but thankfully we've got 2 cranes to do so. So we're going to go ahead and swing it around, drop it there. It should fit about perfectly, but that's all right. We can actually get 2 of them now because now we can load them up on the side. We're going to swing the crane around, drop it down, hook this thing up, and then raise it up there. Let's go ahead and do that. But in order to do so, we do have to start up the naval ship. So let's fire it up. You're going to see the radar spin. We've also got some exhaust fumes. This thing is nuclear powered. So let's go ahead. We're going to adjust everything. I think we got the 2 cranes here. Let's see which ones we're going to swing out. There's our garage. Check that out. The back garage is pretty cool. We can put the jet skis in there. Those will be fine underway, but now we're going to switch to the crane. There we go. That's the other side. And then here we go. We got the starboard side. Let's go ahead, get it adjusted here. I think that should be good. So now we'll drop it down and get it centered there and then lift this thing up. Alrighty, the rescue tender is up on the back deck, so we are good. We just got to load up the helicopter, a couple of jet skis, and we'll head out to sea and test out the new naval ship. So we get the Humvee ready to roll here. We got the trailer down at the ramp there. So we actually, when we go ahead and launch the jet skis, we don't need to use the ramp. I'm going to show you why. It's pretty cool. We can just push these things off the trailer. They'll roll right in the water, and we'll load them up. We'll be out of here very quickly. These things are super quick too. They're the GTR 215 Sea-Doos. So 215 horsepower and a jet ski is a lot of power. That's almost as much as most cars, if not more than most. So it's pretty crazy to have that much power in a tiny moving jet ski. But it's fun. It's fast, so we need fast vehicles to get to places we need to go on the water. Because, you know, the naval ship, like we know, is not the fastest. It'll only cruise about 20 miles an hour. So being able to do 60 is a lot nicer. So let's back this thing in. It's going to be pretty funny how we unload this thing. Ready? We're going to back it up right to the edge here, and then we're going to push it right off the trailer. Ready? Here we go. Push it. There it goes. That's how we launch the jet ski. Let's go get the second one, and then we'll drive them on into the back of the boat, and we'll get them loaded up. All right, we get the second jet ski here. This one's going to get launched in the water, and then we're going to jump on the first one and drive it to the back of the boat. We don't have too far to drive, though. This point is right next to the boat, so it should go pretty smoothly. Here we go. Back up. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Brakes. Push it off the trailer. There it goes. Oh, landed. Nice. All right, we're on the first jet ski. It runs. That's a good sign. Yo, if we launch these things, there'd be no way to get them back up unless we towed them around. But here we go. Check it out. This is how we're going to load it up. There we go. We enter through. This hatch right here closes too. So when we're underway, there's no waves going through here or water level changes. That works out good. And when we close the gate, the water in here drains and these things will just sit here. So it's kind of cool. Good transportation way. These little rollers here so you don't damage the boat. It kind of just bounces off those. Let's go grab the second jet ski and then we'll fly the helicopter over, land it on the upper deck behind the rescue tender, and then we'll be ready to roll. But before we do, let's go see how quick this thing is. I know it's pretty fast, but let's see. We're doing 60, 70 miles an hour. All right, this thing is fast, boys. 70 miles per hour. That's a lot of speed. I don't think we'll ever go that fast, though. We probably should get a helmet on, but there we go. We got the jet skis loaded in the back, and now we can officially close up the gate. There we go. We're closing the gate up just like that. Separates the water from the exterior, locks it all down, and we are good. And then here's what the rescue tender looks like on the upper deck. So we've got this amount of space to land the helicopter. I'm thinking since we don't have as much space as we thought we would, we're going to land it sideways. It's probably the best way to do it. So let's go get the Black Hawk helicopter. We'll fly it on over. All right, we're spinning up here, boys. RPM idle, and then we'll be taking off very shortly. Let's see. Communications are go. Let's go ahead and check out. There we go. I got main base communications. Let's go ahead radio and let them know we're going to be clear for takeoff here.
It's a military Navy helicopter, Black Hawk 1. We're going for takeoff, requesting takeoff from base. Over. Copy that. Approval is taken off. We're going to head on over to the ship, guys. Shouldn't be too far of a flight. We got about a 0.5 mile distance, so we'll land this thing the best we can, but piloting is ready for battle.
About ready for battle. We got all the equipment we'll possibly need. We're going to be heading out to sea shortly. So there we go. Fly over the building. This thing is quick, boys. The maneuverability on these things are insane. So swing it around. There we go. Hey, it actually matches the ship pretty well. It's pretty cool. I'd say gray is almost the camouflage for most boats. I mean, if you're looking at it from a far distance, it's hard to spot it. I think that's why they paint them gray, but could be another reason. Here we go. We're landing this thing the best we can with the space we've got. So let's go ahead, adjust back a little bit. There we go. Swing it. All right, right there. Looks good. Let's bring this bird down on the upper deck here. There we go. Successful landing. Blackhawk helicopter has made it onto the boat. We've got all the equipment we need, boys. Let's jump up into the fly bridge and we're going to get this thing moving. The show on the road. Here's those lights I was talking about. Check those out. The LEDs lights up the entire front deck and the back deck. We got them on the back too, so you can see if there's ever a problem at night. But all right, we're firing it up here. We get the radar spinning. There we go. Let's go ahead and start the motors. Starboard engine is a go. Port engine is a go. All engines are go, boys. Let's go ahead and full steam ahead here. We got to back up a little bit, thruster off the wall just because we're kind of close, so we want to make sure we got enough distance to clear it and not damage anything. But here we go, boys. We're on the move. Full steam ahead, boys. We got all the radar spinning. Everything is looking good. We can actually turn off the lights though. Check out the front of the ship. We've got the giant thing on the front. I think that's to crush the waves or something. We got the anchors right there looking good, and we're rolling, so that's all that matters. Not rolling, but we're cruising, we could call it. Defense systems are armed and ready to go for anybody that's going to be in our way. And here's what it looks like from the fly bridge. So this is where we control everything. You can see the radars above us. Those are scanning for anyone that's potentially trying to overtake the ship, or we're also just scanning for also storms, nearby land. If it's at night, you can navigate using radar, so it's pretty cool systems we've got. But we're cruising at about 14-15 miles an hour. We can kick it up a little bit more to close to 17-18 like we said, and this thing will be moving. That's pretty fast for a naval ship like this thing, powered by nuclear power. That's right, these things have got nuclear reactors as motors. It doesn't have a fuel tank or anything. It's pretty cool. It stores energy. These things can go pretty much independently for a long time. So anyhow, we're cruising. Everything's working good. I think the first cruise is a success, and we're ready for our first mission, guys. So if you want to see us come back with the U.S. Navy, drop a like in this episode, subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.